that guy's corn chowder his wife makes.
What was going on?
I don't even know.
Oh
But
my God. I got paper cuts from this one.
Oh, dude. Yeah, this left a mark.
Welcome to the Pack Cave. It's a podcast where we talk all about superheroes, pop culture, nostalgic TV and movies we grew up with.
And sometimes we discuss things that we shouldn't, that you shouldn't, that no one should.
Sometimes Ryan Reynolds shouldn't take a part.
Sometimes movies don't need to exist.
Anyway, this one does, and it's called Paperman.
Mm-hmm. This was 2009, and quite the busy year for both, mainly Ryan Reynolds, but
Okay.
Emma Stone as well had some
Emma
movies.
Stone, Ryan Reynolds. This movie had some star power.
All-star cast, just to start us off. I mean, there's quite a few names in here.
Yeah, we got Phoebe.
Lisa KuDrOw.
Yep.
Kieran Culkin is in this movie before his
Just
time.
culking around.
Just culking it up.
Culking it up.
Whipping his culk out.
We've got Dumb and Dumber.
Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels is the lead.
I think this movie should have been named that. Yeah, Creepin' Creeper.
Yeah. And of course, we've got Ryan Reynolds as an imaginary superhero.
Yeah, imaginary fictitious superhero.
And that's what got us the trailer. We were like, wait, what? Ryan Reynolds is another superhero?
Uh-huh.
No, he isn't.
No. This predates the tragedy that is Green Lantern.
Okay.
But somehow it's much, much worse.
Someone saw this and was like, you're perfect
Dude,
for Green Lantern.
You could absolutely nail this superhero.
Okay. So let's get into a summary of what this is to catch people up, because I highly recommend not watching this.
Yeah,
movie.
I was literally like, don't you do it.
Yeah.
Don't you ever tell anyone.
I won't. So we're
need.
going to go through it so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Proceed, my imaginary friend.
A washed-up writer forms an unlikely and unnecessary friendship with a child from Long Island. I added some emphasis on the words in there.
I heard that.
This does not encapsulate what this movie is about. It was like trying to be those sappy drama comedies of the late 2000s.
Yeah.
Like Judd Apatow's had some successful ones. Mm-hmm. Like Adventureland is a perfect example, also starring Ryan Reynolds. It's like a very melancholy butterscotch. You spit it out because you're like, that was sad, and now I want to kill myself, and I don't want to have those thoughts. Accurate? I'm trying.
That was a booty rant if I ever heard one. First of all, yes, that summary doesn't sum it up very well. You know, this guy's struggling with a past midlife crisis. He's a writer. He's got writer's block and never had, I guess, a genuine, real relationship in his life.
Well, and he's married, and that's really sad to say out loud for his wife.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, it does start us off with, like, you can tell that something's amiss, and I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, this guy must have, like, some sort of, like, Alzheimer's or schizophrenia, like some disease that's like, oh, he can't help it.
He's definitely got some kind of OCD.
Definitely with the OCD.
Yeah, he can't stand like certain patterns and the couches, and he's so ADD, I guess, he cannot stay on task, which leads to him meeting Emma Stone.
Yeah.
She lights a dumpster fire, and just like this movie.
Yeah, she does. I watched an interview with her, and it was like the person doing the interview was so like at a loss searching for something to ask her that she's like, so are you a pyromaniac? Because like of the fire scene, that's how she started things off.
It's one of those things like we kept going, oh, okay, where's this going? Oh, no.
Yeah.
What?
Stop. Put it down.
Okay. Then we're like, okay, they saved it. It's back to, and then,
yeah. Yeah. This movie is like that episode of SpongeBob where he's trying to write an essay.
Yeah.
Except he's then thinking about, I want to fuck that kid.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
No, okay. So the whole movie, we were trying to figure out how old she was. She's 17.
Yeah.
And in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And he has got to be 50.
If we're thinking about like this is 16 years ago,
yeah,
and he looks like that,
yeah,
that's incredible.
Okay, let's no matter what benefit of the doubt we give him, she knows it comes out creepy. Her imaginary friend Culkin, the creepiest guy, knows it's creepy.
I guess he is an imaginary friend.
Yeah,
but it was like there was not enough hints at that to make it like real.
I think that was supposed to be the plot twist, which was Culkin was Emma Stone's imaginary friend.
Yeah.
And let's get into Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
They really did not give him more than 3 sentences at a time.
Right.
Like it was just one-liners disappear.
Yeah, disappears from frame, cuts back into frame in a time where you're like, do we need him in the shot?
It's almost like this movie on its own wasn't a good enough selling point. So they needed to throw in this imaginary superhero friend for the star power / trailer.
Yeah, I'm picturing a pitch meeting where they're like, wait, there's a superhero in this.
Superhero movies are big these days. This is one of those. Yeah. What happens in this superhero movie? A 45-year-old kisses a 17-year-old.
There's a bunch of Walt Whitman looking motherfuckers that just sit there and stare at Jeff Daniels.
Okay, let's create this setting for them. Where are we at?
We're in Montauk, New York, which is the northernmost island of Long Island, New York.
Okay.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
I was thinking Canada or Maine.
Maine
or the lobster scene.
New Hampshire.
No, we're still in America.
Okay.
Maine is still America.
I guess it makes sense. It was just a getaway for him. It was a writing retreat for him.
Right.
But she had to, Phoebe had to keep going back. She's a surgeon.
Yeah, it's really weird when a character out-weirds Phoebe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't that such a strange, unique thing to watch?
Okay, so this has to have some like student film type of vibes, right?
Yeah, so this premiered at Sundance.
Okay, it felt like a student film.
Yeah, and it's as mysterious as why I can't find a lot about the people that wrote and directed it.
Yeah.
So another Kieran, this is Kieran Mulroney, and his wife Michelle directed this, and then he wrote it. And I, as comedically as I can say it, from the people that brought you Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows, Power Rangers, the new one, and Geostorm.
Geostorm.
That guy wrote those.
I would rather watch Geostorm, honestly.
I think it's better than this.
Yeah.
I think it's got some.
Yeah. Now, let me give it one or two things that I liked.
Yeah.
Okay. Just one. The acting was great.
Yeah, I wrote that too.
And I guess there's two. The cinematography and acting all looked beautiful, all looked great, filled with nothingness.
Yes.
That's maybe the point of the movie. Like, this old man didn't feel like he was fulfilled or did anything exciting in his life, or nothing's happened to him.
And what a piece of shit. Like, he's upset that he didn't have a kid, but he's the one that told his wife he wasn't ready, and now it's too late. He's writing about a dead bird and no one cares about. There's so many things to delve into here.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you're like, why?
Yeah. So, yeah.
We get to see Hunter Parrish again. Last time I saw him was 17 again.
Very good douchebag.
Amazing douchebag.
Which leads to a high school party.
Yeah.
Richard, he throws
a party for minors.
And gets a keg.
Yeah.
I wanted some backstory with why he has this imaginary friend.
Yeah.
Maybe why he wanted to throw this party. Like, I didn't have a childhood. My dad, we traveled or something. Give some reason. It was like, he was like, oh, that girl looks like me. Like,
yeah.
Do you want to babysit my fake kid?
Yeah, there's so much to unpack here. What a weird lie. There has been no evidence of any kid at any moment in this movie that they have together.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense now that he's thinking of wanting a kid.
Now it does.
Yeah, but still, it's
just not natural.
No, and also there's this whole underlying thing of like, dads try to fuck the babysitter.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like she catches him on the couch with her and she's like, who is this? Just the babysitter. And the wife's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that's not going to make this better. Yeah. And I'm sure at this point in the podcast, you're like, why did they choose this film?
Yeah.
Well, if you watch the trailer to this thing.
I just moved into town and I need a babysitter.
Is it sleeping, the baby?
Basically, I guess, there is no baby, as such. Be careful!
I sense danger.
Richard, are you here? Who was that?
Girl Scout.
Girl Scout!
Oh, okay.
They use every superhero shot featuring Ryan Reynolds.
We chose it for the thumbnail.
Yeah, and if you love us enough that you've gone back and watched Super Bob, this is that type of weird. We're like, hey, it's got a super in it. I guess we should watch it. Let's have an opinion on it.
Yeah, and Ryan Reynolds probably had about 2 minutes of screen time, maybe like 3 total.
Full?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes he's just piling a bunch of leaves on himself.
Yeah, and going, don't do that, just from a distance.
I'd say like 50% of the time he's laying suggestively on a couch.
Yeah.
It's so strange.
No, well, that was the best joke of the movie.
Yeah.
Does this couch make me look fat? Yeah, I wouldn't sit there.
Yeah, there's a lot of good lines. So I was so uncomfortable. I loved how uncomfortable you were, but I also enjoyed like every time you're like, this takes you on like such a figure 8 trip, because at first you're like, oh, cool scenery stuff, and then
he's got problems,
and then the underlying tone underneath anything good is, oh, he's gonna fuck that girl.
Oh, he's got problems.
That's so weird. I don't want to watch this. But then she's got trauma. So you're like, I feel bad for thinking he would do that to a child. She's clearly, they're just friends.
And then at the end, we're just jumping right to the end right here. You go, okay,
Yeah,
just a normal hug,
normal
hug.
No!
And she goes in, and she, he still kind of doesn't lean into it or anything, but he's like, kind of like,
it's the weirdest feeling of
Thank
relief
you.
I've ever had. Like, I'm just like, oh, I still had to watch it, but thank God.
God, Jesus.
I am very glad that we watched this.
Yeah.
But I'm also never going to tell somebody that they need to.
Nah.
This should not. If I have so many follow-up questions, if this is on your shelf,
Absolutely.
if you own a copy of this movie,
Paperman.
Yeah, Lisa KuDrOw, I know her from Friends. She was in Space Force recently with Steve Carell, which I hated.
Sure.
Hated that.
I can't see anyone else but Phoebe.
Yeah, I know.
She's very I'd say one-dimensional.
It's like Mark Wahlberg with Luke Skywalker. It's like,
What did he say? What did he say?
Nothing else.
Mark Wahlberg.
But if you don't see their face, they can be anybody you want.
Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, no, Mark Hamill. I can only
That is
picture
a
Mark
t-shirt
Wahlberg
right
as
there.
Mark Wahlberg.
T-shirt. You said Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, I'm so happy we don't live in the universe where Mark Wahlberg was Luke Skywalker.
Yes, it could have worked. Hey, it could have worked. What's this thing? Is this a lightsaber?
Oh my God, are you my fucking dad? What's that red sphere coming out of your fucking sword? The budget for this, and I think it was funded through Sundance. It was really strange to try to find this stuff. It was $134,815 was spent in the making of this movie. Box office, and this is inflated adjusted domestic box office from everywhere I could find.
Okay.
$22,055.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Okay.
People
So
spent money.
yeah, didn't come out in theaters.
No.
Just
Well,
very-
no. It did. That was the
Oh.
thing. It like had some like limited releases in
Okay.
places. It like only premiered at Sundance, and then
Okay.
later people were like, "I'll give it a shot." They probably did what they look at the back of the DVD at the store. They're like, "Oh my God, Ryan Reynolds! Oh, my God,
Emma Stone.
what's Lisa KuDrOw been up
She's
to?
cute.
Oh my God,
Lisa Kuba.
Whoa, Hunter Parrish, Broadway.
Gosh.
Hunter Parrish from Broadway. It was so weird.
From 17 again?
Reviews wise, we've got a guy from San Francisco Chronicle, Mick LaSalle. He called this film, and I fully agree with this guy and want to have a cup of coffee with him. Listless, tepid, lifeless, and fake. I like at times not so much.
Damn.
I know. At times it's like very much like
Yes, you could pick out scenes and be like, this is good cinema.
yes.
Good acting. Good writing. And then you put it all together and it's a shit sandwich.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like mixing like cotton candy with the nicest steak. You just smearing it all
Nicest steak.
over.
Wow.
So bad. Another review was Kirk Honeycutt of the Hollywood Reporter commented, off kilter, awkward from the get-go. This comedy never finds any rhythm or reason. 100%.
Beautifully said.
Beautifully
Wait,
said.
he gave it 100%?
No. He was 100% not there. He was out.
Very accurate.
I have my score written down.
I do too.
Oh, no, you don't.
No,
I see that. I see your fucking face.
Well,
You're going first then.
Okay. Well, let's just say I felt awkward all around.
Mm-hmm.
Like that guy said, it never got its footing. I was really hoping for more.
Yeah.
My depressing Paperman Pat score is like a 2.3. 2.3.
2.3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now your score has got to be higher than mine.
Barely.
Okay, so what's your depressing Paperman booty score?
I literally wrote just a 3. A depressingly sad 3.
It's his first whole number.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, there's just so many moments where I'm kind of like endeared by the character's relationship that's building.
Yeah.
And literally the entire time you're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Let me get out of here.
And Ryan Reynolds didn't even look that good.
No, his hair's
His
so
hair
weird.
sucked. His ears were huge.
If you stare
Eyeliner.
Yeah, if you're far enough away from him, I thought that half his hair was just shaved off.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
no, he it's combed down.
Yeah.
Bleach blonde.
And the outfit was meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the movie, this is really funny. I think. In the movie, they play between a couple of different characters. They play Would You Rather. And
Okay.
during the film, I asked Patrick a really great Would You Rather, so I want his answer. So, Patrick, would you rather have Ryan Reynolds follow you around the rest of your life or Kieran Culkin?
Ooh.
Easy answer for me.
Because if you had Ryan Reynolds follow you around, there'd be a lot of publicity. You
That's where you go?
yeah, you'd never be able to do anything. I'm gonna go Culkin.
So you want just a regular, normal-ass life?
Yeah, I think Culkin's less Culkin-y.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Nobody cokes more than Culkin.
I would really benefit from having someone to talk to as fluidly as Ryan Reynolds can keep up with someone.
Okay. It'd be hard to not hear him say something sarcastic like that.
I would always question his motive. Or if he'd give me a compliment, I'd be like, all right, no, what is it? Tell me what it is.
No, nothing, Booty. Just,
No, that's the perfect shirt that you chose.
yeah. You came down, you're like, I'm Culkin. He had his hood up. He's like, I'm Culkin.
Yeah. Well, at least he would eventually see himself out.
Yeah, he hung himself at the end.
He hangs himself at the end.
This
He's an
imaginary-
imaginary character.
So she must have imagined that, obviously.
Obviously.
Well, there's a point in the movie where they come together, the imaginary friends, and they shake hands, and they're like acting like this is a job that they're hired to do. They're like, "Hey,
Yeah.
so
how long you been here?"
Like, water cooler talk.
Water cooler.
And he's like,
talk.
"Hey, well, get out when you can, man. I hope to see you around."
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds asks him, "It's like, what's your gig?" "Oh, I'm deeply in love with her." He's like, "Ooh, that's a rough one."
As her imaginary friend. So did she imagine someone loved her and it's that sad fuck?
Yeah.
Jeez. So weird. So anyways, I thought that I know, this is insane. I don't know why this happened.
It's like they did a raffle with a bunch of student film ideas, and they're like, the first three we'll pick, we'll do. It's like superhero film,
That one should have been crumpled up.
depression, and
Soup.
pedophilia.
Yeah. I mean, it just gets too weird to the point where we're literally cringing
Yeah,
inside.
because like you want to sit there and you want to hope. You're like, okay, he wants to have a kid. She doesn't have a father figure. You're like, I hope for that, but then you ruin it with them sleeping on the couch together, kissing on the lips, all the other stuff.
Yeah, the supporting juvenile delinquency and drinking.
Yeah, that guy could be in jail.
Yeah. Where are the cops in this
should
town?
be in jail.
Yeah, it's just so strange. The suicide aspect had I don't even know, like, we might need to like be careful about how we're saying this on our episode, but it's
Yeah.
if you have problems, like, please call somebody, hit me up. What's up, bro?
Yeah,
Like, we'll talk.
but don't go make a film like this.
Don't ever go make a film like this. And also, just like, if you're an imaginary dude and you're suffering, realize that you're not real and this could all be over.
Okay.
It's also weird that neither person mentions that they each have an individual imaginary friend to each other.
That would make them bond. Like, that would give them a reason to be hanging out. Like, who
Yeah.
you talking to? I talk to nobody as well. Hey, let's talk to each other.
Yeah.
He sees her start a dumpster fire and then like follows her.
And even if all of those things connect, this movie gets a 5 grade at best.
Yeah.
You don't need to kill Kieran Culkin the way you did. That was just
No.
so
he could have
weird.
got on
Okay.
a bus and just gone to LA.
Yeah, I did love the Captain Excellent scene.
When the world is in peril, when evil surrounds you, when danger is lurking, what do you call? Captain Excellence!
That was the best part.
I think so
It was
too.
like, oh, this is why he has this guy.
Yeah.
Because he was always
He's a guardian.
pumping him up.
That's what I wrote. I was like, I wish Ryan Reynolds was my anxiety guardian. Because that could be kind of cool.
I could be your anxiety
I would be
guardian.
so much better than Richard to Ryan. We would be best of
He
friends.
doesn't know what he had.
He doesn't know what he had.
Yeah. You know what made me feel like my life Oh, that's
I
a
did
first.
I closed
That's a first.
my notes. There's nothing
It
else.
definitely made my life feel a lot better after
yeah.
watching this.
Yeah, where was I before I watched this movie? I was totally fine.
I'm in the same place.
I'm in the
Yeah.
same exact place.
Yeah.
Just like Richard.
You know a place we're not in the same place?
What?
Our subscribers, baby.
Oh, we're trucking. right along.
962, baby.
Yeah.
As of right now, we're almost to 1,000, you guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, share with your fellow nerds.
Yeah.
And tell us maybe your worst movie that you've watched this year.
Yeah, because this is up there. It's not like Mike too bad.
I watched Like Mike 2 over this.
Would you?
Actually, no.
Oh no, I would watch
no.
this again
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it is something to behold in terms of. I would never tell anyone that they should spend an afternoon doing this.
Yeah.
But I would watch it to like study the acting. I guess like
Yeah.
I might show a scene to a class and be like, "That was sad and emotional."
Or like, here's some good parts that don't work all together. What doesn't work about this film? Be a
Everything.
great case study.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything.
Shh.
Well, yeah.
That was my imaginary friend.
Yeah. Well.
Not right now.
Yeah. We'll go get the rope later.
Just quit colking around.
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching the Pat Cave, guys. You are welcome that we did this for you.
Yeah.
We did this for you.
We
guys.
saved you so much trouble.
You know, yeah, I'm gonna go colk around the upstairs.
Yeah, and if just get out of here, just go. I think that a new goal for the Pat Cave should be to gross more money than both Like Mike 2 and Paperman from 2009.